I got a big mouth. It's only for candy.
I like the big ones. You could bite in half of them. Rayna see me eat.
The
first.
We're talking about dicks now.
No. The first time Rayna saw me eat string cheese, she was like, "You're a sociopath."
I just bite into it
goes
too.
down into it.
Yeah, it's too much.
I like to mix it up. I'll do a bite, then I'll string it. She's like,
to
"You're a
me,
monster."
It's just like, let's go. I'm also gonna have like 4 of them in a sitting. So
Right.
I can't. You know how long it takes to strip like 4 full sticks?
It's the experience. It's part of the
It's
experience.
way too long of an experience.
I love it.
Girls gotta eat her back.
Oh, that's right. We like just come in hot.
Yeah, we just go.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have been on the
we-
road.
we
for,
actually-
like, yeah, this is it.
actually-
This is the show.
At least
Wow.
we announce you. We usually don't even announce people. We
Yeah,
go
we
back
just-
and
we-
do
Oh,
it after.
really?
What we do is we just start running and we hope
Wait, I feel like
we
I'm,
trick
like,
you into saying
really-
something bad. You know? Then we like,
You
I
don't
got
have
you,
to
bitch.
work that hard.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a constant stream of inappropriate bullshit.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
you guys
even need
don't use
those.
them. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't use them either.
I don't
They're
know
just
how they
on the
work.
table just in case.
For the aesthetic,
to
for the look.
legitimize you guys.
Yes, because
Great.
Lord knows nothing else does.
Do some people like to wear them? They feel like they're like a rapper.
I don't think we've had too many people put them on. We use them because we do like voicemails later in the episode, like when it's just us.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever had like, because we tell people you don't have to mess up your
Be
hair.
brave if you want to wear them.
No, I don't
it's
want
fine.
to.
I don't like them. They mess my hair
You
up.
said
That's exactly what we said.
so
People-
disgusting. You're like, I don't want to.
To take off my earrings, it's a whole thing. Like I'm gonna fight you guys.
It's the only time the earrings come off. You guys have been on the road for like a year straight.
We
it
have
feels
our
like.
50th show coming up
Holy
next week in a year,
shit.
which is awesome. We started September 12th. 50th show next week.
50
That's
in a year.
crazy.
Celebrate in St. Louis like you do. Missouri.
Whoa.
Let's rage.
Shout out to Nelly.
I went
Let's
to
do
St.
it.
Louis, Missouri for the first time last year. And I'm gonna tell you, make sure you get everything before 9 p.m. Like it's
Oh, it's like
like
that.
Earth
Close
style.
down?
Yep.
Not the fact that it's dangerous. I guess they tell me it is. But like I was roaming the streets, like sending out tweets, being like, "Can someone tell me where to find a tin?" And everyone's like, "Nope, convenience stores, everything shuts
Yeah,
down at
we're
9 p.m.
spoiled like
it's
that
like
around
that.
here.
We had a girl at our show in Atlanta. Obviously, that makes sense. That fucked Nelly. She brought us. So we people come up on stage and
That
we
makes sense.
right. You know, it's a black guy
We
thing. You get
almost
it.
kicked her off the stage. Almost kicked her off.
We
until
read
that
we
happened.
read people's sex list of everybody they've slept with, and she didn't even lead with that. Like we're reading it and we're like, Nelly. She said,
She's had his first and last
Nelly
name,
Mo
so
or
I was like,
something.
I don't know who that is.
Nelly Mo.
That's very funny.
What
I
if
wouldn't
she,
know
like,
that
who
either.
was number one? Like Rick from elementary school?
Nelly's security guard.
He got one?
No, she fucked him
She
too.
fucked
though.
another one of the people there. She fucked 2 people.
That's how
in
you
his
get to
entourage.
Nelly. It's like, all right, I'll fuck you too. And then it's like, Nelly, she's allowed in because she fucked me. It's like, okay. That's
was it?
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably, I mean, did the crowd go like bananas for that, by
Well,
the
we
way?
always kicked her off the stage. I ask people to come up only if you have like detailed information. And people have brought up Excel spreadsheets,
Yeah,
PowerPoint
PowerPoints.
presentations. And this girl just had like a list of names. It was like John, Jack, Chris, like Joe,
Nelly
Nelly,
Mo.
Steve. And I was just like, bitch, get off the stage. And she's like, no, I fucked like Nelly the rapper. We were like, you could stay.
Here's the mic. It's your show now.
Like, did he keep his Band-Aid on?
Got a lot of questions about that. Wow. He's up there, by
Is
the
that
way.
the most like impressive one you've got
There
from
was
this
an-
game?
Some girl fucked
There
like
was
the whole NBA.
a lot of
All-Star
athletes.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always like, I mean, I guess this isn't that weird, but it always is like little white girls. You know, it's, I mean, not that I don't,
No, it's
they're
not-
just,
it's not rare.
But even like, I think you'd look at me and be like, oh,
She could take a dick.
she fucks black, like athletes or whatever. I mean, I have, but like, she just had like, I feel
I mean,
like,
don't get me wrong. You'd be right with that assumption.
right.
But
I'm putting out those vibes,
Yeah.
but she wore, I swear she was probably wearing like Lily Pulitzer and she's like, I
Yeah.
fuck Nelly. We're like, what?
yeah, I wasn't picturing that when you said Atlanta and fuck Nelly and like, oh, it makes sense. I was not
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
that.
And also,
I feel like
Nelly's
it's
not
one
an
of the-
Atlanta rapper, you
Right,
know. Like, I
right.
feel like if it would have been Ludacris, people would have gone crazy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
he's an SDL guy. He's a
Right.
lunatic.
Yeah.
You're in enemy territory.
We're big into the rap game.
Yeah.
We're big into the Southeast versus Missouri rap game battle. Beef.
You can only come on stage from now on if you fucked an athlete. Or
I was gonna
rapper.
say, like, you got to keep raising the stakes. It's like, all right, listen, we don't care about like your regular
Right.
ex-boyfriend. Is he
Like,
famous?
have you fucked
Give us
Jeffrey
receipts.
Epstein?
Can I also, by the way,
We don't have any kids at our shows, actually.
it's funny because he's a rapist. It's funny because he's a pedophile rapist. Yikes.
Dude.
I was like, how am I gonna contribute to this.
Yeah.
I got it.
I set her up for it.
Thanks for that layup.
I can't believe that like this is the thing that's taking over because like everybody agrees.
What?
Everybody knows he didn't kill himself.
Oh yeah,
So,
but
like-
I mean, the memes are so fucking funny, and I saw this one for the first time the other day, and I laughed for a whole fortnight.
Oh man,
Oh God.
that's a little Jeffrey Epstein, Casey Anthony mashup there for you. That's tough. Yep. There's layers to that one. There's levels to that
Jeez.
shit.
That's a thinker.
It's a thinker.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Wow, I'm gonna be deep in this.
Wait,
Like,
do you
text me that.
guys think he's like alive in a cave somewhere?
Oh no, he's dead. He just didn't kill
he's
himself.
dead.
He just didn't
His
get.
brother-in-law was the one who he had like another autopsy performed, and that lawyer, that autopsist.
There's conflicting
Coroner?
autopsies.
That coroner was like, yeah, no, this is a homicide.
Yeah.
But
Big
like
time
So how was he
homicide.
killed?
from the Clintons? Who
they
do you
say-
Oh
what do
yeah,
people
no.
think?
Listen, it's exactly what everyone thinks. Bill Clinton had that dude killed.
But,
Bill
like,
Clinton was
it's-
fucking little kids alongside of him and was like, "We gotta kill this guy before he talks."
It's
Wow.
everybody
Okay.
though, right?
fair.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's like the
Clintons
list runs deep.
I think he technically hung himself. But
Do you
did
think a
see his
guard did it?
roommate?
Is that
Yeah.
what like the thing is? A
He's
guard
got a
did it?
roomie?
His roommate, the one who had just been moved out, was like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like this humongous. Like, why don't you just have that guy kill him? Like he could have just squashed his head like the mountain, and it would have been like, oh, like a little prison violence.
I'm not doing the government's dirty work. I'm not gonna go kill. Well, I don't know. If you're in prison, you probably want to
in
kill a
prison
guy
forever,
like Epstein,
especially
right?
if it's a pedophile. But yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Get a little frustration out.
Yeah.
No, he fucked with. Like that was all of the rich people of the world coming together, being
Right.
like, all right, well, listen, politics aside, like countries aside, let's kill this guy.
They
real
went to like
quick.
Ruth Chris together. They were
Definitely.
like, who's gonna kill
Some
him?
shady,
craziest
like
thing is
cloak
that,
and
like,
dagger shit. No doubt.
Everyone knew. It was like
It's the most worst kept secret.
I guess I get what like give like a spacey stuff where it's like people like it's just Hollywood who knew, like the world, and the Hollywood's just like all trying to protect their own, but like the world knew.
Yeah, but it was
like,
but it's the same thing because those guys were like, well, I can't say shit because I was doing it too.
well, no, I mean like just like
Regular
but,
ass
like
people,
boat
like
captains in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
like they told my dad, and my dad's
Right.
like, I never put it together.
Yeah.
We were in St. Bart's, and we were on like
Wait, you knew.
we were
yeah,
on a
you're
rented
complicit
boat.
in this.
And we were going by an island, and we were like, what the fuck is that house? And the
Oh,
boat,
you saw the house.
and the boat captain was like, that's an American pedophile. And we were like, oh.
That sounds like a great movie.
We were like, weird. And kind of just ended the conversation there. And then when Epstein happened,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd follow up on that.
me and
I
my
think,
dad
okay,
called each other. We were like, that's who it was. That's who it was, dude.
Everybody knew.
Dude.
And nobody stopped it.
I
That
have a
is
friend
some
from the Virgin
creepy
Islands, and
shit,
she's
man.
like, yeah, like we've all known, and it's like affected our community for a long time. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know what was
God.
that.
Things just used to be so different. Like I just still can't believe, like when I was watching the R. Kelly stuff, that everybody just made jokes. When he
Yeah.
pissed on that little girl, everyone was like, let's do an SNL sketch about it.
Right.
Like it was just,
Right.
Dude,
it was
the-
like content for comedy.
The not even just comedy, like interview shows. When the one with him and Aaliyah are on.
Oh, that was crazy.
I think it's with Ahmad Rashad, it's on BET.
They were joking around like just like, hey, she's a little young, huh? And he was like, we don't talk about that.
Right.
And she was just like, yeah, we don't talk about that. It was
Right.
crazy.
Jerry Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old,
Oh, yeah, he
right?
skates. Although I think
nobody ever talks about
I think
that.
it's coming though. I think that's coming. I feel like that's
You
been
do?
bubbling a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
Jerry?
even,
Jerry
yeah,
Seinfeld, like that girl that he dated for 4 years, she was 17 years old. He was 38.
yeah.
Yep.
And like I've seen a few like tweets and jokes, and like that's how it starts. Next
Yeah.
thing you know, there's a movement for you, and you're fucked.
Rob
You
But
Lowe
he
guys
also-
really have it hard, you white men.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's-
I'm well
yeah.
aware.
Wait, did you say
Listen.
Rob Lowe?
Yeah,
What
Rob
did
Lowe's
he
a
do?
sex tape with a 16-year-old.
I just
Yeah.
watched his Christmas movie.
But
on
like
on
I think
Netflix.
Rob Lowe's like out in front. Like Rob Lowe just talks about it.
yeah, he's
Like-
just like, yeah, I did it.
He's like, yeah, I had a sex tape. I mean, I guess if you look it up, like the age of consent, all these people were above the age of consent.
16
it's just kinda
is the age of
creepy.
consent?
16, yeah, it's wild, but it's like, yeah, if you look up the age of consent in most
In
states,
Oh, in
states.
other
Yeah.
states.
'Cause we
Yeah.
did it.
Alabama's
It
like
goes
12.
real
no,
low.
Alabama's one of the older ones. Massachusetts is 16.
Wait, you did it at Barstool, like at a company meeting? You guys were like all looking up what the age
We
of
gotta,
consent was?
you know,
Dave was
we
like,
gotta
who
check all
fucked
the
a
boxes
15-year-old?
here. Let's get ahead of it.
there were.
Oh, you did? Okay, you're now originally from Missouri.
Right.
Let's
Well,
merge
I'm
those
gonna-
documents.
It's like I thought it was just 18 across the board. Like I think there are like 3 states where it's 18. Most it's 17 or 16.
Wow, you did some research.
I did.
Ashley and I like
we're
them young,
journalists,
but we
okay?
usually stop at like 23.
Yeah, I did this thing yesterday, and it was this like scavenger hunt thing for my friend's birthday. I wouldn't do something that corny, but normally, but and then
Shots
we were like at
fired.
the end of the. No, it was fun. We got to like explore New York like fucking tourists. So we were like at the end, and this guy came in. And it was like all these people from it's like a theater, like an improv theater that puts this on. And then this like kid came in and he was like kind of cleaning up stuff. And I was like, oh, are you single? Like kidding. I just forget that like people don't know that I'm always trying to make jokes. And he was like, I'm 18. And I was like a little old for me. And everybody was just like his boss was there, you know. It's just like, this girl can't do the tour anymore.
Well, she did it to herself with the gangbang joke too.
Huh?
What?
Oh, yeah.
There was like a couple guys. What was it, like a plumber? Two plumbers came by.
Two like electricians.
They were waiting in the lobby, and she turns to them and goes, "So you guys here for the gangbang?"
And no one laughed.
Nobody laughed.
And then I had to be like, well, follow me, guys. And the joke was like, we walk in, they start fucking me because they're like, well, you said it.
That's consent.
That's consent.
Don't you
right?
just hate when you do that? Did I tell you guys last time about when I made a Coke joke at the doctor?
Oh,
I was at
jeez.
the gynecologist, and she was like, your blood pressure's really high. Just like take it easy this weekend. And I was like, so no Coke, huh? And she was pregnant. Just no laughs whatsoever. I bombed in the doctor's office so hard.
What did she say?
She just
like,
looked at me and
responded
turned
like,
around,
yeah,
walked out of the room. She did not think it was even a little bit funny that I was like, so no Coke this weekend.
You can't make jokes
like, but
anymore.
I'm serious.
You can't do it. I mean, we
Yeah.
learned that as white men first. Since coming for you girls next.
Yep. I don't know. I feel like I've been doubling down.
Yeah, well, that's the
Like
way
I'm
you
just
should
mad
go.
at everybody for being offended.
I mean,
I don't know. We have a little.
See,
we
I
have a
don't.
little.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
You're scared?
You should. You guys should be. but
I'm like,
we're still
I'm not
okay.
gonna deal with that. I can. I'm well versed enough. I can make other jokes. I think.
well, then you know what the thing is too. We're not like comedians who like appreciate the craft and the art, and we've given our life to it, and we need to like stand up for it. We're like, I don't know, man. We're just fucking like bloggers,
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
actually
I would feel very different if it's like I wrote jokes and went on the road and did open mics and late night sets for like 20 years, and now somebody on the internet and like their loud voices are like coming for that. It's just like,
Right.
this is not my fight. Is basically where I'm at. You know what I mean?
I do think comedy just blurred the line for me of like sometimes I forget that I'm in public and not
Yeah.
on a stage.
Right.
Like when I start like hitting on a totally random stranger I yelled out in the middle of one of our shows the other day that I was gonna fuck the bouncer at this comedy club. And
But then you did though.
But yeah.
Rayna's been trying to fuck the help for a year now.
In my defense, he's 6'4" and I had to.
you have to at that point.
I'm just putting it out there into the world, you know? But sometimes I just forget that, like, you know, I'm at a family function and I can't say, like, suck a dick.
I've actually like slowly. My family does that now. Where like we won't go suck a dick, but like we've gotten inappropriate. Whereas like
same.
my upbringing, it was like we're pretty prim and proper.
Oh,
most
so
of the
it's
time.
changed.
And I've like slowly just infiltrated,
Broken down their boundaries.
Yeah, then like I started saying ass in high school, and then it's like we'll do bitch and shit, and then like now we're like
Now
fuck that shit, that bitch. Like we're just screaming.
Shut up, Ma, you cocksucker.
And now our dinners are just wars. It's just like someone get the chair, beat mom to death with it.
My family friends
Yeah,
have like asked
totally.
to come to our shows, and I've said no.
Really?
Yeah.
You're afraid to
You
you're
guys
gonna
not
offend
friends
people?
in your shows?
Our
No,
parents
I'm
come
not.
to our
I'm
shows?
not like, I
Oh,
could never.
yeah.
Heaven.
Our,
I could
our
never.
families are really
Absolutely.
cool. Like it's crazy that you say the cursing thing. Like my dad, nobody says fuck more than my dad. Nobody. And I never heard it as a kid. I don't know how he just
Censored it out.
He stopped being polite.
He
It
never
started
even
getting real.
slipped. I thought the F word was faggot for years. Like I didn't
It
know
is.
that I didn't
It is.
but I thought that was the F word
Yeah,
until
yeah,
like
yeah.
third grade or fourth grade. Like my parents never slipped up, and then I swear as soon as like I got back from college, I was like, oh wow, you say fuck a lot. Like this is your brand.
Yeah, I mean, think about how long he was like censoring it. He probably was like, "Fucking,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say fuck now.
He
This is
must have let it
great."
all out.
No, I can't. I'm not like. I guess I'm worried about offending them. I'm just like I know I won't do my usual self.
Yeah.
Be yourself?
Yeah, no
my,
shot.
my dad
no
came
shot.
to one and he snuck in because like I don't want them to know.
Yeah.
Like if I knew he was there, I would like I would be thinking about
Yeah,
things.
and if you can see them, it's worse. Like if
Yeah.
when our friends and family come, we like put them not in the
dark.
back, but like in the dark.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't want to look at them in the face. Yeah, I prefer them to not be there, but I feel like so we did a show in Pittsburgh where I grew up, and a lot of my parents' friends wanted to come, like lifelong,
Yeah.
like aunts and uncles.
Right,
of
I got
mine.
that too. I don't
So
wanna do any of that.
I had to brief them.
Yeah,
I was like,
like, are you
I
ready?
say ball sack full of cum on stage a lot. So like, if you're okay with that, come.
But see, that's the thing. Like to me, they're okay with it. I'm not okay with it. So
Okay.
you
I
can't.
feel like it stifles you.
Yeah, big
it's like
time.
everything in my life. It's a selfish reason.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
why
much.
I was dating somebody who came to one of our shows in Denver. That really threw me.
Oh, that
That was
sure
tough.
not.
Yeah.
For sure not. That would never.
So
work.
like you were on stage talking about like fucking other people, I assume.
So it was a
and he
brand new
there?
relationship, and Ashley and I talk about ahead of time what we're going to talk about, and I was talking about other dudes like a lot, and I said to him before the show, I wrote a lot of this material a long time ago before I met you.
Last week.
Yeah. That's a long time ago in my span of life. And I was like, if you're not comfortable with this, like you shouldn't come.
Don't come. Yeah.
Because like we're not going to change our act.
No.
Yeah,
For
but,
one
like-
person, and we're not even together anymore. Imagine if I just didn't do that stuff.
Right.
and
He
ruined
liked
the
it.
show.
And then he brought a friend. I fucked his friend. They liked it.
Did you wait? Actually, also
Which is true.
Two things here. One, that was you guys were on your way to Denver last time you were here. I
Yeah,
think.
last time we saw you guys, we were
Because she
fucking
met him at
guys.
a show
Yeah.
in San
Yeah,
Francisco
you were
through like the
setting it up.
Bumble thing. I don't know if we told the full story in here, but like we were live bumbling for somebody on
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he came up and then Rayna started dating him.
Dated him for 3 months. Yeah.
And then I started dating his friend, and then we're like dating these like young Denver guys, and they were like gonna come visit, and then Rayna broke up with her guy. Like
And you just had to break up with him.
yes,
Yeah.
like, yes, literally the
That
day.
could have been like the man of your dreams. You're like, well, fuck it, you're done too, dude.
Because
Sorry.
it was like they were gonna come visit together, and then Rayna broke up with her dude the day my guy booked a flight. I'm like, this is awkward.
I was like, I'm not saying you have to break up with him, but you
But
have to
really,
break up with
you
him.
really have to.
You were cool about it. It just
yeah.
felt like if he was gonna come without his friend, it felt more serious. And also, like I just moved into a new place, and I feel like he like wasn't worthy of the new apartment. Like I was like, that's not who I went to christen the
wow.
apartment.
You're not christening this.
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, I feel like you're not. You could have the old place come all over those walls, but like I feel like this is like fancy. We got all West Elm in here. Like you're not. It's not
But I feel like agreeing to go to your girlfriend's or boyfriend's show where they're going to talk about fucking other people is almost like agreeing to a threesome where you're like, I'm comfortable with it. This is cool.
And
And
time
then you get in the
comes.
middle of that. And you're
Yeah.
like,
It's one thing to
I
say
wish
you're
his
okay
other
with
dick
it.
wasn't in the room right now.
It's another thing to hear a ball sack full of cum when it's not your ball
I
sack
agree
full of
though,
cum.
but a new relationship is different. I also don't know that I would want to hear about like deeper emotional issues. I'm mostly just on stage roasting dudes I've slept with. Like
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like I was talking with this neighbor that I slept with. I mean, he can't possibly be threatened by that.
Mark
except
the
for
Australian?
that he lives above me.
Mark the
Wow, you really
I
like.
was waiting for an update.
Are you categorizing my? Okay, Mark. I have not slept with Mark since I did the show.
I don't think he lives there. He doesn't ever wear shoes. She's never seen
Is
his
he homeless?
place. I think he's homeless.
Never
I-
actually
He's fucking a
seen his
homeless guy?
apartment.
He's just like wandering
Wait,
the
you've never
apartment
seen
building.
his apartment and he's never
We
worn
only
shoes?
fuck at my place.
like he
Oh,
just
he's
But he
the
comes
guitarist.
down barefoot.
he's up on the roof with a guitar.
I've
Like,
never
that guy
seen
doesn't
him
have a home.
I've never
But
seen him
wait.
outside of the building.
He shows up to your apartment door
I
with
only
no
like,
shoes on, and you fuck him.
Yeah, the bar is low, you guys.
There is
The bar
no
is
bar.
on the floor.
There's
You're
no
right.
bar.
There's no
Bar's
bar.
broken.
Guys, he's Australian and he makes money. Okay,
That's
it's
it.
just,
Does he? Because he doesn't have shoes.
don't
Does
know
he
if
make
he
money?
does.
I don't know. I
No,
really don't know. I
I
think
don't
he's a
know.
lawyer.
Doesn't he live in like a studio?
Studio
Who are
shaming.
you fucking? Okay.
That's fair.
Mark is hot, okay? And I haven't fucked Mark since the show. I know I'm defending myself, okay? I ran into a guy on my roof and I fucked him a few times, okay?
It's great for content.
And then I went to Charleston and I fucked the bouncer,
Do
okay?
you guys have male groupies?
No.
No.
That's what I call my ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
well, okay, that's not fair. Okay.
Like if you go to a show, like after the show, is it like all right?
Not
like-
that many single
like,
guys come to our shows, but
right.
like I always am just like jokingly like, oh, like guys don't try to date us, but I do get a lot of guys in my DMs, but they're just guys that are like are so unattractive or they're like maybe
But they're trying to fuck.
yeah. So we
Right.
do have
So you do have them. You just don't.
Guys.
You just don't like them.
yeah, we just don't like them.
That I think
Yeah.
dating like one of you two girls would be the most terrifying thing. in
Why?
the history of
Okay,
existence.
can you analyze
I would
that?
never. I would never date me.
Like,
I would never date
there was
you.
a girl
would
who
never
I was
date-
like talking, like not talking to, but I was like trying to get to the stage of talking to, like texting with.
So
And
she's just a person on the street.
yeah.
She had shoes though.
It was a
I did
friend
not
of
know.
a friend.
She's just a human.
I didn't know her
She
at
was
all.
wearing tennis shoes. Great.
It was a friend of a friend who like put us in touch. We'd met like once or twice, and she's like, you guys would like hit it off. So we're like having like texting, you know, that kind of that stage of the getting to know each other. And then I saw on her Instagram, she has like her own blog and like a small like personal blog essentially. But the whole thing was like she's like, and here's the story about my ex-boyfriend, and I just kind of gave like a quick swipe up. And I just saw him getting destroyed.
Oh, wow.
Not even like sexually, I'm fine getting destroyed. I'm used to it.
Facts are facts.
But like emotionally and like just like what a bad person he is, and I was like, oh boy, this guy's a nobody, and this seems awful. Like
That's kind of a
I
lot
don't
even
think
for
he would
us
go
though.
me.
We don't do
We
that.
don't do that.
You know.
But I think
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I
mean, it
think
sounds
I
like
could get
keep
you
it-
to.
Yeah.
That's fair.
See, it's more about him than it is about
I
her.
think you spend 2 weeks with me, you'll start emotionally.
Okay,
roasting
we'll try it.
ex-boyfriends.
We'll see how it goes. We're gonna do a challenge here, guys.
I think as a rule, we actually try to give no identifying details and say anything that gets you like fired or like ruin your life in any terrible. And I also think that like we take a little bit of space between when something happens and when we record,
Give it
so that
some
we're
time.
not like mad and all fired up. I'm not going
Oh.
to talk about somebody's sexual performance if it's bad. I mean, if you have a huge dick, I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Okay.
guys like that, right?
I don't think anyone's gonna be upset
I
about
don't
it.
think
No.
it's gonna be mad.
Yeah,
Great,
you
thank
wouldn't get an angry email from me about that.
Great, thank you for validating.
But I get
that.
it. I understand that. Like, if people, for example, if I were to date somebody and then everybody knew we dated, and then I'm talking about this guy in the podcast, they know
Yeah.
it's him. And like the
Right.
thing that I think that guys get worried about is like we're talking about something that happened in the bedroom, and then like his coworkers know stuff that he
Yeah.
says in the bedroom.
no,
like
it
it's
sucks.
just gets that was these guys in Denver. It was just weird. Like their coworkers were listening and they were fans, and we're like, that's gonna get weird.
Yeah, no,
I
it
guess
does. And
that's-
I mean,
It
it
is
just
what it is.
It's not
yeah.
like I'm gonna sugarcoat it and be like, well, no, because it could be anybody. It's like,
You know who it
logically
was.
speaking, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Right.
like that, and that's just kind of like my baggage.
Right.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
guess
it's like,
like
it is
that
what it
is
is.
we do that too, and it's like, but like I guess you're the same way as us, where it's like it's told in a funny spin, like it's not like actually
Yeah.
angry about anything.
Right, but some
Whereas
people will
like
get
this
mad.
blog post I'm referring to was like,
brutal.
Anything.
yeah.
Yeah. I also think it is different if I think it's funnier when you guys do it than if a guy's like, well, it's fucking this chick and fucking that chick and
Yeah.
this happened and that happened. You come
Yeah.
across douchey.
Right.
Whereas you guys are just sluts. It's fine. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish
and
I was
I own
a slut. I could be a lot
But it's
sluttier.
a lot. It's a
Listen.
lot easier to laugh at
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
like,
I think that we at least try to take a positive look. If there's a lot of people in the world that are going to be like, I don't want even a word about my life or my sex life to be out there, and you're not going to
That's
date
not
me.
for me. Yeah,
that
yeah,
person's
yeah.
never going to be able to date me, and that's a bummer. But like, it is what it is.
No, it's a good way to weed them out.
Yeah.
It kind of really is. Just like,
I
let's
don't-
just be honest about
Yeah.
it now. The other thing too is I think people think that they can, and then it's like the threesome. It's like, well, I said I could, but now you're right. My coworker figured it out, and then my
Right.
grandma figured it out, and like
Yeah.
things you don't think through.
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah,
big deal.
threesomes never as good as you think they're going to be, or even a little good.
I know, I totally agree.
I just did not.
Yeah,
enjoy
I mean,
my
all
threesome
like
experience.
9 of mine were terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do
the
girls
story's
just like
awful.
throw themselves at you guys because of Barstool? Do you get like a lot of just like
No, because
pussy because of this?
everybody's shaking their head. Nope.
Everybody in the room agrees.
They're like, actually, it's
no.
the exact opposite.
Well, like as I was
Yeah.
saying to you guys, like, do you have like male groupies at a show? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, we have our own shows, and it's not like that at all.
No, it's
Not even a
mostly-
little
It's
bit.
mostly guys with their girlfriend came.
you guys are
Yeah.
it's similar. It's like
Yeah.
I could fuck any girl in our audience.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
If,
You
I was
know,
gay,
like-
clean up.
Like Nicki Minaj has a song like about the girls fangirling her the most. Like
Yeah.
it's just kind of I could probably break you and your boyfriend up if I wanted to fuck you. You know, I really do think I would crush it as a lesbian. I'm
Yeah.
like really,
Why?
Because women think I'm more attractive than men. Like I have so many women that are just like, you're so beautiful, like all that. And I'm the guys who are like, no thanks. Like I just think I would clean.
Guys, like, what about doggy?
Put your head in that pillow there. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. This has been great on a Monday. No, I think I would really kill it.
Yeah, no, I've long said if we were gay, forget it. I mean, it would be.
I'm just picturing.
I don't know
it
if I
real quick.
buy this. I feel like you guys like you
I
probably
feel like girls see you guys and they're like, challenge accepted. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think girls are like, they're gonna.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think girls
I'm
are
gonna
like,
fix you, boy.
yes,
No,
yes,
you're
like you're
not.
a fixer
Yeah.
upper. I
No,
think girls
you
are gonna
are
be like, they
not.
treat everybody like shit. I can tell, but I'm gonna be
Wait,
the
wait,
one.
whoa. What?
I'm
What?
gonna be the
What?
one.
I don't
Treat
think.
everybody like
I
shit.
think they think we're emotionally disturbed, and that's why
Yeah.
they want to fix us, not because we treat people like shit.
Yeah, but
I don't think
emotionally
that.
disturbed men do treat you like shit, whether they mean to or not. You know?
Okay, I'll
That
sign
make
up for
sense?
that. I will cop to that. Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay, you got me. I treat people like shit.
That
took, 1 second.
It's different than being like a frat bros, like fuck chicks, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's more like I just do not have emotional capacity to be a human being.
That sounds great. Yeah, you sound great.
we had a comedian on. We had Andrew Schulz on our show, and he was talking about not
knows
wanting
them.
to be emotionally responsible for someone. I'm like, that's the language.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with someone's shit.
Yep, but
I don't
it's
want you to
true.
come home from work and you're complaining, and then I have to take on your dumb shit.
Yeah, I got too much
No,
of my own
I'm actually
shit.
really good at that.
Oh, you are?
Because I'm a great listener because I'm an awful hearer.
Because you're not actually listening.
But like I'm
I'm
trying.
a great listener, but an awful hearer.
This is the bullshit that girls are like, shut the fuck up. Shut up with that
No,
stupid
You don't
shit.
want me to fix anything. You just want to get it out.
That's
so
fair.
I can actually like I'll just sit there. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like when
that
you,
sucks.
like when
right.
you're venting about work and you don't want someone to be like, well, actually, you were kind of in the wrong there.
That's
like,
totally
this
fair.
guy's great.
Okay,
you know?
you're that
'Cause
guy.
I'm not hearing you, so I'm a great listener.
You
Right.
guys should date.
Yeah.
I know,
She doesn't need anything. You want to give nothing.
I'll do doggy style. It's fine.
The most desolate relationship in the world. Not a single emotion exchanged. No help offered.
Everyone's like,
Ginger
what's
babies?
the opposite of a power couple? That's,
Look at this dumpster dwelling duo over here.
I was actually watching the New Girl the other day, and fantastic show.
That's shocking.
And I love that show.
Okay.
And Schmidt was yelling at Nick about how he's a communication bottom, and he's like, "You gotta date a communication top because you won't initiate anything, you won't take anything. Like you're just a communication bottom, and you need to be with a communication top." And I'm like, I need a communication top because I'm definitely a bottom.
But that, please.
is that your
I'm definitely a bottom.
your dating app bio?
And Kevin's like a communication top. It's
That's why you guys work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this, yes, we are good for each other. Yeah, we should just start dating and just cut to the chase.
When was the last time you guys had like serious girlfriends?
right now.
Oh, you're
you know,
dating
he's
somebody.
a-
Oh,
yeah.
you are in a relationship with somebody. How long have you guys
Oh,
been
this
dating?
just got awkward.
Ashley can be your throuple.
No one wants a threesome.
Like a year.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's been a little longer than that. We do this
How
all
long
the time.
has she thought she was your
Yeah,
girlfriend?
that's what I would
always,
say.
everyone
Yeah.
asks that, and that's her answer is a year. So I've just started giving her answer.
I like when guys say like a year. Okay, I have to tell you guys this also. We were in Pittsburgh and we open the shows and we kind of like roast the couples and do some crowd work. And we asked this couple how long they've been together. And the guy goes 0 years, which we're like, well, that's probably accurate.
Yeah.
It's like 11 months and he's like 0 years. We're like, that guy's a fucking asshole. That's funny though.
What a genius.
Yes, but a genius.
What did you say to him? The line was so good. It just came out of your body.
I can't remember.
You were like, you found a way to like
Circumvent
like
the
lie
system.
without lying. Like
Yeah.
you made up something that was a lie. That was I don't fucking remember. You said it.
Yeah,
It was
no,
very
but
funny.
I mean, it's like
we
that
had
should be
nothing to say.
the barometer, by the way.
Yeah.
like you dated him for 3 months. No, you didn't.
What do you mean? Like dating
3
is
months
like,
is like-
he wasn't my boyfriend. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
Like
right.
I date like
Well,
I would
yeah,
say
I mean, there's always the semantics thing, like what is dating and what is what. But like, I feel like anything less than a year is like shut the fuck up.
I think if I'm talking to you on a regular basis every single day, we're making trips to go see each other. Like I'm dating you.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like he said to me, like, what are we? And I was like, you're welcome to sleep with other people. I'm not going to tell you to not do that. Like I don't live there. So like that wasn't my boyfriend.
So is live-in the
No, I mean, I
Well,
think
she's
you have
talking about the guy in Denver.
Yeah, I think you have you can have a conversation that you're going to be exclusive with somebody, and that's when that's your boyfriend.
Right.
But I was very clear, like you're welcome to date
We
other
are
people.
not having that conversation.
Well, also, I didn't see him as a long-term partner, so like it would have been a different conversation. I think that like
Yeah.
Why do you like? Okay, so that's the craziest part to me. There.
what?
If you don't see them as long-term partner, why are you talking every day?
I think the
For the
3 months.
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
kidding,
like
I'm
you
kidding.
you don't have
For
to
the
talk.
orgasms?
You just show up to Denver.
No, Rayna loves
You
attention.
fuck you.
She'll
the
talk to
attention.
somebody
Oh, see,
like all
that's-
day, every day.
That's
Yeah.
that's a
I
deal
text
breaker.
KFC for no reason at all.
Do you really?
Buzz, it's me.
See, that's why Kevin's a
and I'll write back.
Because Kevin will Kevin texts with everybody in the world. It's amazing. Like
I thought I
people
was
in the
special.
office,
Friendly guy.
like
No, you're
I'll,
not.
I'll like talk to an intern who like I've never even met, and they're like, yeah, so I've been texting with Kevin for about 6 weeks now. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
John doesn't even text me back. So John's like the anti-texter.
Yeah.
We really are the yin to the yang, babe.
Yeah.
We really are.
Yeah, you guys are
It's
just
a
like
perfect
us.
fit. Yeah. I'm sitting there like he's not even seeing these until 11 because he's still asleep. Fuck, he's not even gonna text back.
That's definitely true.
I will spend 12 hours with Ashley. I'll spend 5 days with Ashley. I will walk up the door and there will be a text between one of us in 30 seconds. And
What
I'm
do you
all-
have to say?
I think
don't
it's.
know.
I think
We're a
it
good
too.
couple.
I'm like, what could she possibly have to say to me? And I'll open a text. And I'll be like, that's
Yeah, it
funny.
was a good text.
That's
I needed
right.
to hear that. I needed to hear it.
we like have content for days. Like we talk shit about everything. You know, we run this business together. A lot of it's just like talking shit.
Yeah, we hate all the
Yeah.
same
We hate all the
stuff.
same things
Yeah.
and the same
Haters.
people.
So I
Yeah,
think-
because that you know what? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
You got to get this hate off. You got to get it out of you. You don't hate enough, John. He's he's too happy and just lets things go.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
that's my huge issue.
not happy. You know,
like a
you're
puppy.
deeply depressed, but you'll let things slide. And I'm just like, well, I have to text somebody about this.
My inability to have passion.
Yeah.
It's not happiness.
Sexual passion
It's
or
inability to be passionate.
Passion.
What do you mean in a bit? I want to hear about this. It's interesting.
Like you don't show your emotions.
I just,
He doesn't
I
have
don't know
emotions
if
to
I
show.
don't
Oh, you
them or
don't have them. You don't
Yeah.
have them.
What,
How
like
does
at a
it-
concert, you're not like excited or like
No, he
during
actually does
sex,
get excited at a
you're not
concert.
excited?
I can get fun at a concert. About communicative topics. I really don't have a take.
Is this the issue in your relationship?
Is it? No, it's not an issue in a relationship. It's actually pretty
She's
good.
dead inside too.
She's either
She's
she's either the
inside
most
too.
understanding person ever, or she's gonna murder him with an axe one day. It's
That's
one or
fair.
the other. Well, what you something the other day where she said like it's just so fucking hard to be with you or something like that. And this is like utterly ridiculous. Like she said something on the phone and he was kind of like, well, I don't know. Eventually we're all gonna die or something like that. And she
Yeah.
was just like, I can't even talk to you anymore.
She was doing like a venting thing, and I let it go for a while, and I was like, look, at the end of the day, we're just gonna die, so who fucking cares? And she was like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I feel like I'd be like, he's right.
Maybe
Men
you
are
need
always
that.
right.
Maybe you need to hear that some.
Wow, you guys should really be together.
That was clearly a
It
joke.
is. It is like a very refreshing thing to hear. When you realize that nothing you do matters,
Yeah.
it's so freeing. Like,
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't
really is.
fucking matter.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does. I think I've heard it like from like I've thought it forever, but like I think Conan had it in a New York Times interview a while ago. Timothy Chalamet had it on like Seth Meyers the other night, where he's like, and I learned that like nothing matters, and that's really the lesson in life. I'm like, Timothy, you're only 23 and you got it, baby.
He's unlocked the
That's
key.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know if you guys keep up in like the
Kardashians.
loser
Oh,
blog world,
sorry.
but like Deadspin went under the other day, and we've had like a big feud with them.
Yeah.
And they like, I mean, there was this like mass funeral for them because these like shitty sports bloggers are no longer getting their opinions off, you know. And it was just like, you don't matter, and we don't matter, and they don't. And if we get canceled and it disappears, the world keeps on fucking spinning,
Yeah.
and none of this.
I mean,
matters.
we do matter, just for the record. But like, I get what you're saying. Like,
What would happen if girls got eat just disappear?
I don't know.
Honestly,
like,
I think
I
they're-
worry about the world.
it would be upsetting. I think
Yeah.
people just say we changed
Well,
our lives.
after fucking 50 shows in like 49 weeks,
Yeah,
you guys might
90
be right.
episodes. We've really I think strengthened a lot of relationships, but more important, ended a lot of relationships.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you take more pride in those than the scalps?
I take
Yeah.
take pride in encouraging any person to live a life that they are excited to live. And if you're with a person and you're like, this sucks, then I'm excited to encourage them to end it.
Yeah,
A lot of
I'm
breakups.
big time on that.
We do. We get a lot
I think
of
it's
messages about breakups.
crazy how many people, because I did this for myself for so long, for so many people, like you're not happy and you're just doing it anyway. That makes no sense.
Because I think it's
No
scary
sense.
to be like out there in the world, all your friends are married with kids, and you're like, I don't know, I'm gonna be fucking single. Now in New York, it's great. Like you could live in a amazing, but like I don't know, you're in Montana. What are you gonna do with your life? I don't know. I think it's scary.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Those
I,
people should stay together.
Yeah.
If you're in Montana miserable, well, of
Yeah,
course,
there's
that's
nobody
just because
else.
you're in Montana.
You
yeah,
found
you
somebody,
good.
hold on to them.
Yeah.
I'm
Or moved to New
completely
York.
incapable of like seeing things from that way until someone actually says it. I'm like, you're right, because like it never made sense to me like why people felt they had to get married because I've only lived in cities.
Right.
But yeah, I guess if you're in a suburban town or fucking middle of nowhere, wherever the hell Montana is, I couldn't find it on a map.
I couldn't either.
Okay,
Same.
good. Yeah, I guess you'd probably be like, well, this is the
is
last
what we're
guy
doing.
left in town.
Yeah,
Right,
like
this
it's
is it.
literally then you're just like
He
single
does
for
have
life.
2 horses.
But even
makes
that-
sense.
Even that though, it's like that's probably better than the alternative right now. It depends on how miserable you are.
I agree. There's do you guys watch Succession?
Oh yeah.
There's this great line in
yes,
the
yes.
last episode where Tom is talking to Shiv.
No.
It's a couple. He says to her, "I can't decide if the sadness I feel with you is greater than
Yeah.
the sadness I would feel without,
Without
you."
you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
wow.
huge.
And it's like a beautiful moment, and I was like, "Wow!" Like that is what everybody
yeah,
should
because
ask
like
themselves.
breaking
about
up
their
is like
relationship.
even if you're miserable, it's like that's still gonna suck.
temporarily.
Huh?
Temporarily, it'll
Right,
suck if you
right.
leave the person.
And like that's what you kind of have to decide. If
Yeah.
is it temporary? Is it not? Is
That's
it worth
very
it? Is it
beautiful.
not? But
I like that line.
I know.
a
I
lot.
wrote it down.
But like you guys have cool
it on, like,
jobs,
a
so do
message
we.
board.
You know, a lot of people there's like they go to their job, they go to their 9 to 5, like their relationship is like one of the only things that
It's the thing.
Kinda
like
do, yeah.
going on.
yeah.
You know. So I don't know.
This
I
guy's
guess you got to get a
really
get a
depressing.
hobby, get a dog, get some horses. yeah.
There's
Got too
I don't
deep.
know,
Dark
like,
turn.
video games are really good these days.
Move to New York.
Sweet.
Ashley always tells everybody to move to New York. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or
about
don't come
that.
here. There's enough people here.
There's so
You
many
you guys,
Well,
you love New York,
Well,
right?
I love
It's
New
the
York. It like
best.
changed my
12
life
years.
moving
It's just the
here.
worst.
But I mean, I hate lots of things about it. Clearly, it's a trash city. But like,
Trash city.
tell people all the time.
Horrible place.
They're like, you convinced me to move to New York. I'm like, ooh, I hope you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, like, it's not for everybody.
It's not like I moved here. I had like money in the bank.
Where
like,
you're
good
from?
luck.
Where?
I'm from Delaware originally, but I
Right,
lived in
and you're
Atlanta
from
for
where?
a long time.
I grew up in Pittsburgh, but I've lived here. I moved here 12 years ago, so I've been here for a minute.
Yeah, it sucks though.
You hate it?
You hate it?
I don't.
Yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
I mean, but Kevin lives like Kevin was born here.
You know what? I
like-
guess
Oh.
it's like so weird because it's like I always say I hate it, but I'm never gonna go anywhere. So I guess I don't really hate it that much.
Okay, so
If
'cause
I
where
could
else
like
would you
snap my
go?
fingers and like have all my friends and family be somewhere else,
Yeah.
I would go. I would get out of here.
Okay.
Yes.
out of the United States or just out of New York?
No, I can't do foreign. No.
I was on a date with this
I
guy the
can't
other
do
night,
foreign.
and he was like, "If you could live anywhere else, where would you live?" I was like, "New York." He was like, "I know, but anywhere." I was like, "New York." And
Yeah,
we really
see, I hate
went. We went
you.
back and forth a bunch. I was like, "I don't understand the
Like
question."
literally, it's New York.
Yeah.
But I get that. If I could just, if I could have the same life with all the same people, like I'd move
Yeah,
somewhere
like the
else
o-
where
I mean, the
this-
only
that
reason
wasn't
I'm here
covered
is
in
because
trash.
I was-
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
but like, where would you go? Like a suburb?
Like I'd just move everybody to like
You
Miami
ever
or
walked
something.
in a suburb?
What?
You ever walked in a suburb?
Yeah.
It's insane. Walking 17 feet in a suburb feels like you walked
Yeah.
100
He's right though.
miles.
You could
Yeah.
walk like 50 blocks in New York. If you were to walk the equivalent of like your New York City walking in like just a tree-lined, grassy like sidewalk,
Right.
you'd be like, oh, I've been walking for 10 miles.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm never gonna stop walking. This is my life now. Like I don't have any earthly.
You're Forrest Gump. You just one day you just got up and started
Just a
walking.
traveler
Well, you
now.
even go in like cities like it like fucks you up, and then I go back to Atlanta and like something's a mile away, and I'm like, oh, we'll walk, and they're like, no, that's 3 freeways, and you gotta
Yeah,
like
you-
you can't, we're
it's
getting in
not
a car.
impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would never do it.
the only thing keeping me is just that like my entire life is here, which I know sounds stupid, but like I don't want to be here now.
You don't live in New York, right? You live in New Jersey?
No, I'm like in Westchester. I'm like right outside the city. But I mean, I was born in the Bronx. I've done all sorts of spots in Manhattan. I did
I get
Hoboken.
that.
I did. Now I'm in Westchester. It's
Yeah.
like
Right. You were born here, so it's different.
it's just, and I think I resent when, or I don't like when people are like, "It's so great here." I'm like, no, it's fucking not.
I mean,
Tell me why.
There's so many things wrong with this city, but like I moved here and my like career blew up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like I couldn't do this anywhere else.
Yeah, comedy is kind of like you got
And
to
like
New York,
our
LA, right?
podcast and the guests and like the you just kind of like get to the top of the game here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Which
was
is crazy with podcasting.
What?
It really shouldn't be
Like
like
all
a
the top
city-based thing.
podcasts, as far as I can tell, I've looked at the charts once in the last year. Well, they're like it's in LA or New York.
Well, that's
LA,
where the
yeah.
guests are
People
too.
are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's where it's. So I thought about moving to Pittsburgh. I was engaged like 5 years ago to some guy.
word. I didn't
I was
know that.
like, yeah, I ended it. I knew that I'd end up here someday. I wanted to wait for you. But I thought that we were like, we'll move to Pittsburgh. Like we can get like a giant house. All my friends are there. Like we'll have kids. My parents will take care of them. This will be great. And we started like looking.
Outsource
for,
that whole thing.
It ended in like 2 hours. We were like, what are we gonna do? Pittsburgh's great. I love it. Maybe I'll live there. But like, we were like, what are we gonna do there? Every day, like, what are we gonna do there?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do there for work? Nothing.
Listen, guys, we're all gonna die. So
None of
Doesn't
it matters.
fucking
Thank you.
matter.
Great
Matters.
callback.
Are you sick of being on the road?
no, I
we
love
love
You like it?
I really love it.
Yeah, we've actually gotten like a really good schedule down recently, where we're like on a like one tour per month, pretty much.
One tour per month.
So like we'll hit
How
like
long does the tour last?
the last thing we did 5 shows in 4 cities in 5 days. So we travel a lot. So
When you go,
We'll
you
go
like
out
rent
and
a
like
car?
pack it all in. We'll do like 5 shows and then we'll come home. You know.
So you'll fly like night, do the show that night, fly in the morning, do the next show that
drive.
We did like we'll group places together that are easy. Like we did like Detroit, Cleveland, Columbus, Pittsburgh. We could drive between all them. Sometimes we'll fly. I mean, sometimes we'll
What's
take a
the
night
ride, though?
off. We'll go to Texas in
no
one time,
joke.
Florida at one time, West Coast, San Diego, LA. You know, that kind of stuff. We only usually like meet, date, fuck guys on the road too. So that's been nice. Seriously. New York
Nobody
is,
at home will touch us, so we have to find
true.
those who don't know us well
Run
yet.
through this fucking city.
I found a guy in
New
New
York
York last
sucks.
week. He was
Listen,
crazy.
we hate
You
New
guys are
York.
like locusts, just like eating up all the sources and moving on. You're like the aliens in Independence Day. This planet's gone. Go on to the next one. Fuck
We're
these
more
guys, on to the
attractive in
next
other
one.
cities. So I've like had to tell
Great
you.
point.
I've been like doing a bit about when you guys put us on your Instagram, we did answer the internet. Like, people just said like terrible, mean stuff,
Naturally.
which whatever. So I just had to like write a joke about it. So some guy was like, "This girl's a 2," and I was like, I'm on stage. I'm like, I just think that's so unfair because like I'm only a 2 in LA, you know, like a 4 in New York,
Depends on your surroundings.
an 8 in Chicago, and a 12 in Boston. No offense to Boston. I'm -5 in Miami, but like I just had to take it and run with it. I'm like, the more people like say mean stuff to me on the internet, I'm like, that's a joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're good at it though. You can take it and run with it. like so many other people.
mean, it
doesn't-
I
It's
would
great about
beg like the
comedy.
rest of the world to do that.
Yeah, but that's
You
what's
know
great
what I
about
mean?
comedy is
Yeah.
we're on stage, people are cheering for you. You feel very empowered to say that shit. You
But
know?
then, can I tell you the punchline? So I say I looked at that guy's profile, like the guy that said that, and looked at his Instagram, and that's when I realized he was a 5'6" man. So
Doesn't
why he
matter
was
where,
he was
where
triggered
you
by me.
are. Yeah. Honestly, we one of the answer the internet questions is: would you rather be 5'3" or bald by 20? I think it is.
Yeah.
got to be bald.
bald.
Yeah, I mean,
cares?
like, height is
Be
just
bald.
like forget it.
Well, we
Bald?
had
Yeah.
See, I hope we say. Well, yeah. I mean, 5'3".
I fucked a bald guy recently.
we do go
Yeah,
back and
it's
forth though. Well, I think hair is a big part of it, but it's not like a non-starter the way short can be.
No,
Yeah,
God,
that's
no.
true.
You can do a look with. I mean, The Rock is bald.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, not you're not looking like The Rock.
I was gonna
Nobody is.
say, like,
But
yeah,
I'm just-
people are always like Vin Diesel. It's like, yeah, well, these guys are fucking like shredded.
But
It's like that's
does
not the
anyone
average
choose?
guy.
I can't imagine a 5'3" guy. You can't be out here.
5'3" is a disaster.
Yeah.
It's a disaster as a good call.
It's
It's
Again-
not
a
even like
disaster.
I'd rather be 4'9". Like,
Yeah, like rather be like a
little
So you could like
circus
join the
act
circus?
kinda,
yeah, that's exactly what I was
Or
thinking.
like so short, you're like the life of the party, or like you kind
Yeah.
of own it, and you're like I'm the zany short guy.
You could,
If
like,
you're just like
be at birthday
short,
parties.
Yeah, 5'3"
Like
is
the
just,
entertainment.
you are, like all your limbs are normal size. Like you're just.
everything's proportionate. You're just
little.
shrunken down.
Yeah.
You're just a little
You're
man.
you're Rayna.
Right.
You just look like Rayna.
But I'm 5 feet tall. No dude's ever been like, I'm not gonna fuck her because she's 5 feet tall.
No,
like
does
nobody's
not
mad
matter
at
for
me
girls.
for this height.
No.
You
Yeah.
know? I mean,
No.
some guys probably are
women have
not
life so
attracted
easy.
to it, but
I've never heard a guy say she's too short.
No.
I can
Yeah,
see guys just be like, she's too little. I don't look at her as a real person. She's
No,
too
it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be too little if you had two like.
Like
Girly
yeah. If you
features.
look like
If you
young,
look
then
like-
Yeah.
If I didn't have double D boobs. is
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
If you
that's
didn't have
it.
massive
Telling
tits,
more.
we would be like, you look like a
Like
little
a
girl.
total freak of nature, proportionally.
I'm an adult.
Yeah. I have a guy friend. He's 6'5". He's a big guy. He just like loves tall women. He thinks they're like superior. I don't know. No offense. He just doesn't like that's his thing.
Superior.
He's
That
just like I'm
sounds-
tall women and like models only. You know, he's like that type of guy. And he married a girl.
Married
Looks like a model.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's really I never understood it. My brother is 6'7", 300 pounds, and he's had some smaller girlfriends. I mean, you look at Shaq and the woman. Like I don't understand how it physically works.
Yeah,
I don't
Shaq
know.
is.
I don't get that. at
Like
all.
I
The-
just
the
don't.
sizing.
How does it even fit? Like
It fits. You're the same height when you're laying down. I'm telling you, it's fine.
like you're.
I fucked Shaq. Listen.
Listen,
I
We got
basically
along
fucked
just-
Shaq. Yes.
that's a dream of mine.
Do you
No, he's a
do
little
you
old
think
now.
that you really care, or it's like taking on a life of its own? Where
By how tall a guy is?
yeah,
I mean, I think for her, and she's her own person. She can answer. I'm attracted to men that are just like very like much larger than me. Everybody
Everybody's
I've
larger than you.
yeah, everybody I've been in a serious long term
but
relationship
like
with
okay,
was
so
6'1", 6'2".
I guess my question is that, or is it like I don't want to show up at the party with
Oh,
like,
that
a
I don't
5'3"
care
guy
about.
on
She
my own?
might, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, I'm 5'10" and I am not a heightist at all. Like I'm not out here like must be 6'2". Like the guys I've dated have just been they're bigger than me, but they've been 5'11". You know, like
Yeah.
I don't need. I just want you. I want you to feel like you're bigger than me, like broader, bigger arms. You know what I mean? But I just don't. I got annoyed when girls are to do that whole thing. Like must be 6'2" or above.
Do you think like the meme has? Do you think
That's what I
so
mean.
the
Like, has it
chicken
taken
and
on
the
a life
egg
of its
thing?
own? Yeah.
Like did it become a meme and then like it became real?
Do I like him or is he just
Or-
tall? Like that kind of thing?
What's that?
yeah. Do I like him, or is he just tall? and,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like and yeah, like it's
The difference between like 5'11" and 6 foot.
I
It's
think
like
I think we just all are like shallow and women like height. I mean, we had Andrew Schulz on our podcast again. I hate to reference him, but I do love him. And he was like, people hate on women for getting plastic surgery and stuff. If a guy could increase his height by a couple inches, you
Right.
think he would 100% be doing it.
That's another question we do. It's like, would you give up an inch of your dick for a couple inches of height? And I think most people, all guys, take
Absolutely.
the height. Yeah.
You should take
Well, it
the
depends on
height.
who you are, like how tall you are.
I think
Depends on how
you're
big your
just
dick is.
attracted.
Like how many
Yeah,
inches
that's
you
a
have to
good
lose.
Yeah, I think the original question was like inch for inch, but I don't think that. I think it's got to be like an inch of dick for like 2
2
2
inches
inches
of
of
height.
height. 2 for 1. Yeah.
I think we're just attracted to what we're attracted to. I think you're kind of a piece of shit if you meet a guy who's awesome and he's like 5'7", 5'8", and you like will not date that guy.
mean,
Why?
I'm
Because you're
not.
afraid to like walk into a party with the person.
But also, like,
you're
if-
not like you wouldn't be embarrassed to walk into a party with that person. You probably just wouldn't seek them out in a bar.
Yeah.
But like I don't.
I could like throw him around.
Yeah, you can't date. Like, you look disgusted when you said that. You can't date that person. And it is one of those things too where it's
like your face. It was like she said like he's a leper. You're like,
Yeah.
like I can't go to the
Yeah,
party
she
with
hated
that
it.
guy.
Yeah.
And even if you are like, you know what, he's really awesome, but I do hate his hype. But like, I'll see if I can get by it. At one point in your life, that will end that relationship. It might be in 20 years.
It's gonna
seen it.
fester and build
that will
and bubble.
destroy that relationship.
The height, that's it? Why?
If that's not what if you don't accept something about them,
Right.
that will ruin it.
Yeah. I've seen it happen though. I have a girl, a friend of mine in LA, and she's this like really hot chick, and she's the same height as me, and she's engaged to this guy that's got to be 5 inches shorter than her. And my experience with her, we were friends in Atlanta. She always dated like these tall, hot guys, and
Is he rich?
I think he has
sounds
money.
rich,
Yeah.
Because that's the other equalizer. Where I think they can
Right.
get over it. Where it's like, all right, Tom Cruise, we'll do this. You know.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman fucked Tom Cruise for a while as a Scientologist. Money changes.
Yeah,
If
right.
you're already a dazzling superstar yourself
Yeah.
and you fuck Tom Cruise, money.
I don't like, I hate height shaming, but I'm not attracted to it. I don't really know that 5'7" guys are out here looking at me as being as attractive. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
mean,
wouldn't
they're
date them,
they're
but they wouldn't date
probably-
me.
Yeah, it's probably a mutual thing.
But sometimes they don't care because they're like, well, everyone's taller than me. Like, all of guys
Yeah.
on Hinge that are 5'6", and they're like, let's do
What's the
this.
difference? What's the difference? 5'10",
Shooting
5'7",
darts
you know.
or whatever will stick. I just like a big dude. I just like a man that can like really pick me up and like throw me
everybody
into a
can
wall
do that.
sexually.
Throw you into a wall.
Thanks
Sexually.
for just spelling it out. We hadn't picked up on that yet. You're like, I like to get you picked up when I'm hugged. Like, yeah, no,
I
we
just
didn't,
want
we didn't
someone
think that's
to-
what you meant,
Just
right?
want someone to put my head through the drywall.
Yeah, you ever seen the fight scenes in new Fast and Furious movies? That's what I'm looking for.
Looking for a fight club. Tyler Durden, just punch me in the mouth.
Dude, there was a study on the Fast and Furious movies where like they're all such A-list alpha people, celebrities, where they all demanded that like every fight had to be that like you couldn't really tell who won. So it would be
Wow.
like if you got a punch, then like the Rock
I had to get a punch back.
next. And then as I thought about that when I was watching Hobbs and Shaw, and it's like everything had to be like 1 for 1.
So if like
And
a guy picks me up, I should be able to pick him up.
Yeah, and it's like
I don't know if that's
you
gonna
get
work.
thrown through a table, and then like the Rock would pick up, and like there's another table, like bro, then thrown through a wall, there's like another wall, like it was all 1
That's
for 1.
I believe that's
fucking-
toxic masculinity.
Right.
I believe that's the definition
They're
of that.
going
right
to retitle
there.
the movie. Hashtag me too, the movie. No. Wasn't there stuff that they couldn't be in the same scenes, Vin Diesel and The Rock?
That was
Like,
the
They
are,
Rock,
have a big feud,
are they
right?
enemies? Like, is that
yeah,
a thing?
they're not even in the same movies anymore. That's why Hobbs and Shaw, the
a
new
spin-off,
one,
right?
happened because
Okay.
they couldn't be. So it's like now the Rock
What
is part of the franchise.
Did Vin Diesel do for that?
I don't
Because
know.
The Rock is like the nicest dude in the
I
world.
think it's he hated how the Rock like. I think
Came
it's
in
I
and,
think
like,
it's
took
more
over
like,
the-
yeah,
like, his-
I think it's
yeah.
like,
He
like
had
we
more
were
Instagram
We were a
followers.
family, and then like
Yeah.
this guy.
So he
came
became
in.
Dom Toretto in real life. Like,
Yeah, I think
this
so.
is a family.
Yeah.
I know.
But
Wait.
I think a good amount of the cast was with him. Like Tyrese was with him. I think like people were.
What a franchise.
Tyrese and Vin Diesel ain't winning that battle.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they
Okay,
still
the
doing
Well, I
Hollywood
mean,
execs
they
are
did
like,
win. Hobbs and Shaw's The Rock's in a different movie.
You
now.
guys have the Rock here
Yeah.
ever?
No,
No.
it's a
He
hasn't
dream
come yet?
guest.
Yeah.
I
That
feel
is
like he's
that's
like
gotta be
the dream
guest.
guest.
He's pretty much up there. He's almost like cliche up there, though. And it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna say no, but I'm also
Would
like,
you be nervous? Do you feel like you could actually like interview him and have fun and like enjoy yourself?
I think he's great. Like, when
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like he would be great,
I
right?
give
Yeah.
him a shot at tequila too to start off. We got some Casamigos over there.
yeah, he's a cool dude. I feel like he would play along, and I just want every guest we've ever had who has interacted with him. I asked to like give me a bad story, not a bad story, but just like tell me something about like one time he like didn't tip enough or like didn't hold the door for somebody. It's nothing.
I
No
believe
one,
it.
no
Totally.
one.
I was in Chicago at this bagel shop, and I'm talking to this guy. He's like this big dude from New Jersey, and his daughter was The Rock's assistant, and like just randomly started, and he couldn't say enough nice things about the guy.
Like, come on.
I know, it's crazy.
It's so annoying.
I know. You can see it in his eyes. He's sweet.
You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, I'm big on people's eyes. Like you look in someone's eyes, you're like, oh, you're gonna murder me.
Yeah.
Like I was like into this guy in Chicago. We were talking back and forth, and I like didn't want to admit it to myself. And finally, we ended things, and I was like, I was a little scared of him, in like a hot way.
Yeah,
I guess.
I get it.
He
It's
was
like,
angry.
I want to fuck you, but I'm not gonna be with you. You scare me.
Like I kind of had this vision of him like being on top of me and me being like, "This is where it ends."
He just chokes
he
you like
looks
a little
angry.
bit.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he's real angry. Like that guy that I went out with the other day who like went crazy on me.
Yeah.
This like crazy jealousy, nutso shit. And like the look in his eyes, I was like, I gotta go.
Okay,
I
but
left the
also,
date.
guys, can I just say, Rayna went out with this guy. He got like really jealous and possessive, and he leaned in second date, and he goes, "Just love me."
Oh no, guys are so fucking weird, man.
That's a bad one.
It's-
That might be the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard.
It was so
I'm embarrassed,
bad.
like I said it or something. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my
When she
god.
I'm
told me, I,
uncomfortable
like,
hearing it. I'm uncomfortable hearing it. We've been doing it on stage, and the whole audience is like goes crazy.
oh, it's like a nightmare ASMR the way you just did that. God.
That is. What
And
did you
it's-
say?
I went to the. I said I have to
no.
go to the bathroom. I called Ashley, and I'm like, I'm so drunk, and I don't know how to leave here.
I got like a Blair Witch, like I'm so scared, like in the bathroom, and I was like, "What the fuck? Just call an
So
Uber."
like he says just
Walk
love me.
outside.
You say like I'll be right back.
We had this
I
like
gotta go to the
weird,
bathroom.
tense shit where he was like getting oddly jealous of stuff. Second date. Like weirdly jealous, and I was like, "Listen, just relax, like back off." And he was like, "I'm sorry, I just like you so much." He's like, "I just want you to like date me and like be." And then he like leaned in and said that, and it was so. I was like, "Stranger danger! Like I have to leave. This guy's gonna." And like you know when a guy is like saying a bunch of stuff to you so that they can fuck you, like that was not what was happening. You know,
Yeah,
like
this
that's
was like real from the heart.
I
like,
think he
deep
meant
shit.
it. Yeah, yeah.
That's up. That's got to be up there for like worst shot yourself in the foot ever.
I think he's just a weird dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like he wasn't on the right path before.
No,
Yeah.
It was.
No, it's
that
not good.
was he finally fell off the cliff, but he'd been teetering there.
He was
for a
hanging
bit.
on.
For a
Like,
while.
help,
Yeah,
help.
one pinky. That's all there was.
So a note to all the guys: just
Don't say
Start
that.
with
just
that.
love me
Ever.
Oh my
Don't
God.
even say it if we're in a relationship. Just don't say it to me. Ew. It was so weird. I don't even say that shit to Ashley.
I guess that like makes it less. I got it. With the,
Should
I
that
wasn't
really
thinking
match up? Should that always be
that
the
would be a
same?
thing
I
to
mean,
say.
if someone like whispers in their partner's ear, "Just love me," it's like your parents did not love you. You know, like
Yeah.
that's what happened here, and I'm not here for it. I don't have time for your issues. You get it. I don't have any emotional capacity.
Yeah, I get it. Makes sense to me.
He's like, I get it.
It all checks out.
How was the show? Is it like a different show when you started? Or you kind of run
The
same
live
thing?
shows?
Yeah, I just feel like after 50 shows, it's
Yeah,
like morphed
I'm-
and changed.
I'm
and-
so proud of what we do on stage. I think it's really unique in terms of like it's a comedy show, but it's not. It's a live podcast, but it's really not. Like I think her and I have all these like bits we do where we like go back and forth and we like interact really well with each other on stage. I think we've gotten a lot better at like dealing with how drunk the audience is. I mean, they're fun, but like comedy shows, you can't yell out.
Right.
You know, like our shows, people are constantly like on and off the stage and yelling, and
Yeah.
like I'm so proud of what we've built because it's such a spectacle and it's so fun. What do you
When's
think?
your next show in New York?
The holidays. We do like we're doing 2 shows at Town Hall for the holidays.
Can we get tickets?
Sure.
Yeah.
Where?
Like,
We're sold out, but
It's sold
we'll-
out,
we'll
but
hook
we'll,
you guys
we'll see
up.
what we can do. You got to wear that shirt though.
Yeah.
Deal.
But we'll go for the holidays. It'll be like and now when we have theater shows, we open with dancers and
yeah,
we
I
just
saw
like
the
have
strippers
this.
in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, the pole
Or one of
dancers in
those?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
We had which are like the pole dancers ludicrous hires when he like performs to a Super Bowl.
What is
It's
the
crazy.
difference here?
Um,
Yeah, you just like corrected them like, excuse me, pole dancer.
Yeah.
well, we had male strippers in Atlantic City. I just
got
want
it,
to be
got it.
clear.
Yeah, yeah,
they get
yeah.
they get pissed. You can't call those girls strippers. They'll beat you
They're
up.
artistes.
They're scary.
Really?
I mean,
They're
they're just not
amazing.
strippers. So if you're like, oh yeah, you guys are strippers, they like will correct you.
Oh, okay.
Well, their
All right.
clothes
they-
are
I
on,
get
so
it.
they're not strippers.
So they just
Yeah.
pole dance like at events.
They run. They have a
Like
studio.
they don't dance at strip clubs.
No.
They don't.
Got it.
They have like a studio because the first time I saw them in a ludicrous event. I was like, oh, they're
That's
from Magic
tough,
City.
by the way. If they're trying to like rebrand pole dancers,
Yeah.
if I hear pole dancer,
Well,
you a stripper.
they've been trying to rebrand pole dancing
That's
for a
fair.
while.
yeah, like
With,
I know you
workout
can do
classes and
yeah
stuff like
stripper
that.
size and all
But
that
then
shit,
I'm
but
like,
like
I
I
feel like-
assume you're a stripper.
I feel like if you're going to be a stripper, you go there to learn some skills.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm sure some of the like Magic City girls go there
For
to
sure.
learn some tricks.
If you're at a bar and some girl started swinging on a pole, like you wouldn't be like, oh,
That's
I
true.
bet she exercises at the gym.
Yeah.
That's
like,
fair.
that's a
I get what
stripper.
you guys are saying.
But if they're on a stage with stripper poles and they're half naked, I guess you could make the jump. But these girls aren't.
Just don't jump down my throat for it, is what I'm saying.
I get it.
It's not crazy for me to be like, those are strippers.
well, I wanted to correct you because we had like male strippers in Atlantic City, like full blown Magic Mike, like they do the thing,
Yeah.
like they.
Now, those guys are impressive.
I miss them every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just it's like a fun girls' night. When we first started, we didn't know. I mean, we knew what we were doing, but we would have guests and we had like a stand-up opener. And then we were like, we don't need this shit. Like,
Right.
no one cares. They don't need to be warmed up, but they're warm. They're hot. They're ready to go. They don't care about this comedian. And we were like, they just are here to see us. Like, we don't need to have guests and do all this stuff. So, I mean, we open up top with like 45 minutes to an hour of like just us riffing, telling stories, stuff like that, and people love it. And then we bring out people up on the stage. It's just like a
Must
wild.
be nice to have confidence. I'll try to have that one day.
Like, they're just here to see us. Who gives a fuck?
But it's true. Like we.
Yeah, and they're right.
I-
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, when we go to our shows, I'm like, these people, they're gonna be so surprised when we take the stage. Like, they definitely
No,
think
it's
there's
the
someone
same
else here.
thing. It's just that people aren't wandering into a theater show to see whoever's there. Like they're there to see us. It's not like comedy clubs where the people are just like, I'll go see comedy tonight.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like people are coming just to see us. They don't need an opener. They don't need guests. They don't need all this shit.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for you guys. They're only there to see you.
Makes
I
no
guess.
sense.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes.
They laugh sometimes. I'm like, come on, that wasn't funny. this is silly.
You should have your family there so they can give you those pity laughs. You should actually invite
No, my
them.
family. Oh my god, could you imagine if my family showed up? I mean, we did a whole segment. Our last show we did. Remember when like that lunch table meme was going around?
Which one?
It was like a cartoon picture of a cafeteria, and it was like, which table are you sitting at? And
Okay,
it had
yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of names, and we did terrorists and porn stars.
Okay.
So I'm
And we
like,
tried to partner porn
like
stars who
mixing
would,
them
like,
all up.
get
So I
with
had
that
like
terrorist.
my favorite like porn stars mixed with like Mohammed Atta and Osama bin Laden.
Got it.
And like, and it's just like not what my family needs to be seeing.
That's Bonnie fair.
Rod
Being
with
like,
the
I would
BTK,
hang
'cause
out
that
with,
makes sense.
yeah, like I would hang out with a guy who committed 9/11 to like to watch Heather Brooks suck a dick. I don't need my mom saying
That's
that,
fair.
You know? Like that's just
Yeah, I feel like my mom wouldn't even get that. She'd be like, "What?"
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to bank on. I'm so fucking sick that my family wouldn't even get
They
it.
don't even get it. They hear people laughing. They're like, "Our son."
That's what I think. My
it.
dad isn't even coherent during the shows. He's not even awake. I think he was asleep at our first show at Caroline's. He's just like, oh, she's making people laugh. Got it. I
Full
made
sack full of cum.
in Dallas, there was this guy, actually friends with Ashley. He's very cute. And I was like, I'm going to fuck that guy after the show. And I made him get up and shake hands with my dad at the show. And I was like, this is the guy I'm going to fuck after the show. They like shook
you're
hands.
crazy, Rayna. That is terrible.
It was a lot.
It was great.
I mean, that is great
He
from
was
a
there
like
with-
audience point of view.
Well, no,
You're
that's the thing.
sick.
When our
It was
dads are
great.
in the audience, people like lose their mind. Like I do a bit on stage, like, well, it's the truth. But like back in the day when I was like 19, I fucked this guy that worked for my dad, and I've been doing this bit about it. And I did it at a comedy club over the summer. My dad was in the audience, and he's great. He's like, that was funny. He did not know I fucked that guy though, which I
Yeah.
actually did. And so he's like, that was so funny. You crushed it. I'm so proud of you. He's wonderful. And then about an hour later, he came up. This guy's name was Matt, and he came up to me later, and he was like, hey, I feel like I need to tell you something. You know, I didn't know if I should tell you this. And I'm like, what is he gonna say? And he was like, you know, a couple years ago, that guy Matt died of AIDS.
You fucked a guy with AIDS.
And then I like losing my mind. I'm like, my life is flashing before my eyes. And he was like, I'm just kidding.
That's
he
Her
got
dad's
me.
so savage.
He fucking got me.
dude. That
I would
is
punch that guy.
And then he just
so
walked
dark.
away. I'm
I
like,
would
my
punch that
dad's
guy in the face.
my dad wins.
Yeah.
The when I went down to
Holy shit.
I had a friend.
Kevin's upset.
Holy shit. That is fucking me up, man. That is fucking me up.
I
I
had a
can't
friend,
imagine hearing that. I can't imagine saying that
No,
to
I like
you
when
if I
I-
was him. I can't. I mean,
And then he just was like, gotcha. And just like, we just like took a shot, you know?
I had a friend in El Salvador who had I went down to visit her and I met one
He's
of her
still thinking
friends.
about it. He's upset.
And like when I went to shake his hand, he was missing 2 fingers. And I didn't really think anything of it, but then we get to partying that night and he tells me he blew him off in a firework accident. And when he blew him off, he passed out right away. So we woke up in the hospital in a bed, like strapped down so he couldn't like, you know, scratch stuff and whatnot and he said they used a skin graft from inside his fucking leg.
Uh-huh.
And his dad was there and he's like, Dad, what happened? And his dad goes, son, you blew your dick off. And didn't tell him. Didn't correct him for a day. Like, not right away, a gotcha. Because he was strapped down so he couldn't, like, you know, like, rip his stitches out and stuff like that. Didn't tell him for a day. Let him think
I'm
he blew his dick
horrified.
off.
Asshole.
This seems like the wrong time to do that to your kid.
Right.
Like, not
it was
time
like,
to teach
anyway,
lessons.
Get back to sleep. I'll catch you in the morning. We'll work on this.
I'm shook.
That dad did not want that kid. He's been waiting all this
He
time.
was like
Just start-
16
just
when it
start-
happened.
bad dad
Actually,
jokes.
He was
What,
probably
a
younger
kid?
because I
He's a
met him when he
kid.
was 17.
With no coping skills at all. Your dad shows up and says that shit. At least Ashley's an adult.
He was like fully healed, but like I went down there my junior year of high school. So I was probably 17. He was hanging out in our friend group. I would guess he was in that age.
If I was 16 and thought I lost my dick, I would kill myself.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I can't believe he survived the night.
Yeah.
Right.
Good thing he was strapped down. He would have killed himself.
Who is this guy? I'll pity fuck him.
I don't know.
Wait, he has the dick. He does have the dick.
He does
have the fingers.
No,
Does
does he have
the
two missing
fingers, though?
fingers?
What's that?
He has the fingers or no?
He has the fingers.
Fingers are
I
gone.
forget what 2 fingers he's
Let's
missing.
hope
He's
it's not the
missing
middle
2
two.
He
fingers.
can still give you the shocker.
He might not be able
No,
to
I don't
shock
think
you.
you- no,
He
you
might be able to
can't.
just finger you.
Or maybe he
No,
can
you
just
definitely
shock
can't
you.
give the shocker.
Maybe
No.
he just
Why?
can
No,
shock
if you're
you.
missing 2, there's no combination of like shocker
Yes,
that
right?
really.
I don't know. You can still
No,
do one
the-
finger in
the
each.
shocker is this.
Okay, but you could still
The
use.
shocker. What is that still like?
I
even
don't-
a
I don't think
thing?
anyone's ever
It's like
given
that's just
it.
called
Nah, well, I
fingering
mean, I've,
now.
like-
You know what I mean?
Right.
This is just now fingering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be fingered.
All those
I feel
weird
like we've done like a
things.
disservice to men calling it that. We
Where?
talked about this on our pod because this doesn't feel good. There's no nerve endings inside there, like what you're just jamming at. Am I blowing your mind right now?
No,
You gotta touch
you
the
don't. You
clit.
don't go in. You go up.
Yeah,
Right.
you go up a little
Right,
bit, but
that's
like,
fingering.
yeah, that's not gonna feel good for me.
What you guys need to do is tell people that it's not these 2 fingers that work.
Which finger works?
These 2 fingers that work.
Oh, you go for the middle fingers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two
middle
can't even
fingers.
hold
What do
them
you-
up. Like,
It's like Spider-Man kind
Oh,
of. It's
like
like it's like the
this?
reverse Spider. Yeah, no, it's like Spider-Man.
I don't want any finger penetration. You can just rub the clit.
Really?
I don't need you to do any of that stuff.
I tell you what. I,
To each
I
their
like
own.
I like a finger venture.
A
Yeah.
what?
It's a finger venture.
A
It's
finger
like a journey
venture.
up in there.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
anybody
do
can
it.
rub
You
the
can
clit.
stick anything you want in any of the holes. I'm just saying, what I enjoy the most is
Right.
external.
right, like I feel like if
Isn't
a
that
guy's
ridiculous that you're like, all right, I will be penetrated, I suppose, but I don't really. That's not what I want at all.
I like all like sexual stuff. I'm just saying like what's gonna make me get off is like the external that stuff. All
like I
right,
feel like
we've
every
gone
time a guy like
down a lane.
starts to finger bang me, I'm like rolling my eyes.
Right.
Like I'm just like
The
oh.
mere fact that you call it finger banging, I feel like
One of my
is like
favorite
you
things
guys
to say.
have not been finger banged
I
the
love
right
saying
way.
finger bang. It's funny.
It is
funny
funny.
word.
It is funny, but it.
You're out here finger banging the right way. Okay, I think you and Ashley should go to the bathroom right now.
Listen, we'll figure this out.
She just fucked a guy with AIDS. I'm not going near that. No, thank you.
It was a joke.
Have you ever fucked a guy who died? A person who died?
I did actually. I was 19. My boyfriend died. Why did you
Oh
bring this up?
fuck!
Yeah. Wow.
We'll
This,
cut
this
that,
took a
you
turn.
know?
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Thank you for bringing up that super painful memory.
We had a girl at a live show that she
Oh
I
my
think she
God.
lost her virginity and the guy died the next day.
No, she said something like, "Well, it was sort of." She started I go, and he died, and she goes, "Yeah, he died."
It's like pretty crazy.
I like yelled it across the stage in front of hundreds of people. It was not good.
I'm just gonna guess. I fucked a lot of people, so I'm gonna guess one of them's dead.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah,
Somebody got hit by a
I'm gonna
bus
say
or
yes.
like
I would
something.
put money on it.
There's a lot, there's a lot of
R.I.P.
shooting these days. Like who knows? It's a
R.I.P.
violent country.
Right. Fucked a lot of guys with like DUI records,
Yeah,
which,
so
which
crash
is
the
on
car
brand
guy.
for me.
Commonality.
Because I've had a few. I met a guy
Yeah,
at DUI
you are.
school.
You're the
Yeah.
DUI queen.
I met a guy at DUI school. I was
you
there
got
for
a
the
DUI on record. Like your lifespan is definitely like a DUI takes 10 years off like the lifespan average.
it does.
Really? So I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Well, I'm just guessing. I'm just
I've
saying
had
the
three.
average.
I've
cut your life in half.
I've had 3, 2.5.
The third is just so crazy.
It was so annoying.
The third is nuts. Getting 3 DUIs is like getting married 3 times. Where
The third
eventually it's
one
like
was
you
so
gotta just
far.
fucking stop.
My
Yeah.
dad's been
Like
married
one
3 times.
one's
It's
a bad
lot.
idea.
Really?
2,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate her. 3rd time was not a charm.
It's not. It's just,
I hope she dies.
Well,
My dad knows a guy who's married 5 times to 4 women. He went back to the well on one of them.
Okay.
That's insane.
Back to
That's
back.
like some girl like recycling thing. Like I've still only been married 4 times.
I mean, in my defense, the third one was like way far after the first. I thought the first 2 right back to back, but the third one was like so many years later. It was stupid.
Were you like shit faced or just
I
above
just had
the
like
limit?
I was like wearing this, like I was lounging
Well,
at a friend's
that
house having
doesn't matter.
wine. I'm just saying it was pre-Uber, guys. I'm
Say
just
what
trying
you
to
were
make
wearing.
excuses.
She's like, okay, so I was wearing a Lululemon outfit, and they pulled me over.
I wasn't like at a bar. I was like
Yeah.
having like a night in.
yeah, I was having
Were
like
you,
2
I mean, were
bottles
you
of
like
wine.
swerving and shit?
I was lost.
She lived down the
And
street.
I was in a different county.
You were shit faced.
I ended up in a different jail. I was like, this is new.
You guys redecorate?
The snacks are different in this jail.
Does Steve still work here? Where is he? He did my first two.
The last place gave me a blanket.
No, the third one was the nicest one. They were like, they had the blankets. It was like in a weird little county. I was the only person in there. They like let me check my Facebook. It was wild.
Social media in jail.
At jail, what's up, bitches?
Hashtag I'm back.
Remember how Facebook statuses started? It used to be third person. It's like
it
Ashley
is,
is in jail. Send help. Oh my god.
Ashley is feeling
Good.
like jail.
Good stuff. Great
Oh
stuff.
my god.
So when's your next tour? Or your monthly
We're
tour?
leaving in a couple days. We're going to New Orleans for one night, St. Louis twice.
All this shit's sold out though, right? So when is
No,
when can
New
people-
Orleans is not sold out yet. I don't know what
okay.
day this comes out, but New Orleans is November
Come on.
16th. It's
No, 14th.
Oh yeah, sorry, November 14th. It's a Thursday night. It's gonna be wild, so it's not
That's
sold
gonna
out
be
yet.
a scene, I'd
It'll be
imagine.
good. Yeah, I haven't
Um,
been there in a while.
Yeah, me either. We're going an extra day early just to party and hang out.
Fuck, yeah.
Just a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like these guys like rape and pillage. They show up in a city and it's just like, we'll fuck your
No
men and
one's
take
left.
your money. Let's go.
Hide your kids, hide your husband.
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, I guess like
going,
you guys rolling through like the window shutter and they're like, oh, they're here. And they walk down fucking Bourbon Street and all the fucking people run
like
and
at the beginning
scatter.
of Beauty and the Beast. Like,
Yes.
it's Belle.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
All right, I'm trying to plug our live shows.
Yeah, plug 'em. Plug
We're going
away.
to New York and Chicago. That's sold out. But in January, we're doing DC, the Wilbur. We sold it out twice. Just pretty cool. But the Lincoln
Well,
Theater in
that's
DC is not sold out yet. We have
Boston
two
Wilbur.
days.
Boston.
Oh, what did I
Yeah.
say?
DC.
DC.
Oh, sorry. Switch that. Yeah, Boston sold out. DC, the Lincoln Theater is not completely sold out the second night we're there. And we just released LA and San Diego today
Yeah.
for February.
And we're announcing like Texas soon, Florida soon. We'll do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Philly.
But yeah,
Wow.
LA,
That is
please
so
come
much.
to LA, guys. It's a big theater.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to do it. Our agent was like, "You're doing it." We're like, "Okay."
Yes, we are.
Well,
Yep. 2,000 seats. Please come.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a
That's
Sunday
stressful.
night in February. It's Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh, that'll be
Maybe
huge
we
for you
can
guys,
marry
though.
somebody on stage. I don't
yeah,
know.
side piece night.
I feel like you'll have that'll be like a good themed night.
Yeah,
of-
I'm amped.
It'll be good. Yeah.
Raina's just gonna fuck on stage one day.
One
I
day,
have a guy in
2,000
LA.
people. All right, I'll
Yeah.
do it.
somebody can penetrate me. Actually, there's a very hot guy in LA that Ashley hooked
Yeah,
up with last
we've
time.
we hooked up last time, so might go back to the well on that one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a conduit for you guys to fuck guys in different cities.
well,
Like,
there's
yeah, we go on
better.
tour. It's
We
just
started 2019 at saying like, we're done with this New York. It's been such like these New York guys. It's been such a pain in the ass. We're only gonna like date fuck guys on the road, and we've like really done it. Like I'm
We
so
don't lie.
Fuck to our guns.
so proud of us.
Good for you guys.
You set an intention. It's like the secret. You guys get it. Put it out in the universe.
I don't understand anything you just said.
And that's why you guys should be together.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.